Okay, Saturday the 19th, Louisiana Tech and Arkansas State will be playing, so should be a great game in New Orleans inside the dome. Okay, at the Fayetteville Public Library, just in recent days, we had a show about Ed Stilley. And he's the man who made all these instruments from all sorts of parts. And Donna and Kelly Mulholland, Still on the Hill Band, they've been following him for years and working with him. And they actually own some of his the guitars he's made. And they can tell you all about it. And they did tell everybody who showed up down there. And I made a video of this event, and it's on YouTube in about 3 or 4 parts and available to everyone worldwide. And you can see how beautiful these instruments are. And they're made, by hand. And the man's now in his 90s, I believe, and he's still interested in his woodworking. So you can see the parts are just amazing, some of the things that go inside them. And they're all stringed instruments of very interesting kinds. So this was great program, well attended. You can see part of the crowd here at 2 or 3 angles that I made. I didn't make very good pictures. I never make good pictures inside that room because I forget to change the lighting to museum status or something on the camera. But anyway, you can see there's another one of Ed Stilley and some of the parts, the way he put things together. And here's one of the ladies out in the lobby, and she said she really enjoyed this. And this is a man who you probably know, and he is a wonderful historian of Fayetteville, all things Fayetteville. Okay, frost flowers. This morning, what is it? It's the 7th of December 2015, and I finally got up early and took my camera and went out and found some frost flowers. And I've been sharing pictures of these ever since, I don't know, back early in 2000, before, I don't know, 2003, somewhere in there, I was finding them and photographing. These are, frost flowers grow on a few different species, and the ones that are most common here are Verbicina virginica. They have white flowers. They're about 7 feet tall, many of them. And the frost forms every morning that the temperature is below 0 and the sky is clear. Not below 0, below 32, and freezing for a few hours. And so these, about 9 o'clock in the morning, they're still there on a good day, but I got out there just in time today. I've been forgetting to go look, and there they were. And I got quite a few different angles, some of the same ones, some more than once, and others just from different angles and different views, because you never know exactly what they're going to look like. You may say, oh, well, they're all just alike. Well, yeah, but it's all alike as snowflakes, and grains of sand are probably more consistent in their size and design than these things. And I'm not sure if that's on one. It came out just all scraggly there, but it's still a beautiful bit of frost flowering. And I hope you get to see some. Watch for it. Look at the bottom of stems of old things that have already been mowed down, but mowed down not too close to the ground. And just those little stems, what's left will be harboring some frost flowers. Love these things. I hope they've gotten popular. When I first looked them up to find something out about them. It took a little study. See ya. Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd on the 7th of December 2015. Let's see some photos. These are old ones. That's me on the left with a crew cut. You can tell it's in the 1960s. And that's me in the Coast Guard. You can tell by the sailor hat sitting on the deck of the ship there. And there's the, well, that's purple milkweed, something recent. And that's a flower we call the seed box. And you can see another shot that shows the red parts of it as they go to seed. Okay, you see several species together here. You've got, okay, milkweed, ironweed, and white wild indigo in that one picture. Here you got little blue stem grass and ironweed, I believe. And here you see one of the butterfly species. I can't recall its name right now, just a great one. Here is an example of a little free library. This is, don't try to steal it. It's all made into the concrete there. And I think they'd track you down if you did. But you can borrow or take and keep books out of that library. They hope you'll bring them back or share them with other people. Okay, this is a kestrel. I showed a couple of pictures last week, and I thought I'd bring more in tonight. I said I'd bring more. It's an American kestrel. It's a beautiful, it's called a sparrowhawk. You probably know it by that name. But, you know, I'd never, this one is way out there, and I zoomed on it, and I blew it up and cropped it, and look at its eyes, look at its colors. Color adjusted, of course, but it's just, now there, you see it way up in that tree, and you see the building behind it. Now watch for the next, okay, now that's the tree right in the center. I'm on the road. This is at the C&L Farms, the Cumming Farms, the road into Mount Kessler and this kestrel's, well, it's too pretty for words. And this is Ben Holtzclaw. I've known him just a little bit in the past, but I got to talking with him the other night. His father was Foster Holtzclaw, and Foster and I fished in many bass tournaments on Beaver Lake back in the 1970s. World Peace Wetland Prairie sign, and guess what was in bloom this week, yesterday, or so, I guess, Sunday, on the dandelions. What's important about them? They provide nectar to the very latest flying bees and butterflies, and they are wonderful food for the rabbits, so don't mow them down, don't spray them. Here you've got, well, it's going too fast for us, isn't it? Some of the insect photos I made in the past 2 years that I was proud of and wanted to share once again. See a tiny fly on top of that flower? That's a trillium, a native plant. And here's a St. John's wort, and we had a different species in here with it. And there's way back in, what, the 70s, my daughter was playing on Dixon Street. Had her name up there. Here's one of my old friends from college and an old professor from Louisiana Tech and his daughter, who's been a librarian at the University Library for many years. Elizabeth Chadburn, you may know her. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See you.